Let's finish up the talk on the large intestine. I forgot to mention that yesterday when I did the digestive system. So the large intestine also plays a role in this digestive process. This area of the colon, of the GI tract, is mainly there for compaction. Okay. So its job is to remove, to absorb water and form feces. Okay. It takes about 12 to 24 hours of processing in the large intestine to produce feces that will then be eliminated. So in the large intestine, you have around 800 different species of bacteria called the bacterial flora. Around 800 species of bacteria there. And these bacteria can do things that we can't do as animals. So they're able to digest plant things that we can't break down. Things like, say, for example, cellulose, etc., are broken down, and then the end product of this digestion is then absorbed by us. So once we break down cellulose into simple sugars, like say glucose, then that's absorbed. Okay. They can also, manage things. They probably help us to detoxify things once that things that get down into our large intestine as well. So these just different species can do things that we can't do, and we need them there. When the bacterial flora of the large intestine is modified, things can go wrong with you. You can have, fecal issues, digestive issues. So it is an important part of us. We live symbiotically together, bacteria and humans. Okay, now here as well. So not only do they say break down your plant thing, they also help to produce vitamins for us. So vitamins B and K are also produced by the bacteria, and then that gets pulled back into our system. And the movement along the GI tract, so the movement system here. So about every 30 minutes, the haustra, those are those pockets, this is your colon, like that. These pockets are called haustra. These haustra contract, so haustral contractions that happen about every 30 minutes to move the food, move the material through the lumen of the large intestine. You also have mass movements. So the mass movements occur about, say, 1 to 3 times a day. And when this happens, the material is pushed several centimeters down the tract, okay? So it moves the material in the lumen several centimeters along. So that's what's called mass movements. It's probably what helps to trigger as well defecation. Once you have such big movements, you push as well on the rectum, which stretches the rectum to then create that sensation that you need to defecate. All right, now speaking of defecation, here, defecation reflex. Okay, this happens, so this is, say, again, your colon, sigmoid colon, then over to your rectum here, rectum, and down here is your anus. So when material, when feces build up in the rectum, that material will stretch, okay? Stretches the rectum, and that stretch sensation is then relayed up to your spinal cord. spinal cord, okay? And then spinal cord will send commands back down to the muscles in the, your muscularis externa of the large intestine, as well as to your internal anal sphincter. Okay. So the descending fibers will trigger the muscles here to undergo peristalsis and segmentation some more to push the food down further, where at the same time it will also trigger the internal urethral sphincter to relax. That way you can move the feces into the rectum, into the anus. Then, so this is called the parasympathetic reflex for defecation. Controlled just reflexively. You stretch, it goes up, you come back down, so squeeze some more and open up the anus, okay? Then you have as well an input from your cortex. So your cerebral cortex is what will control your voluntary defecation. So at the same time that this system is saying push down and relax, this system here will send commands to the external anal sphincter. So this one is internal anal sphincter. This one is external anal sphincter. And this will, if you do not want to defecate at the moment, then this one will keep it closed. So you can voluntarily keep it closed, and when you want to defecate voluntarily, so then this is relaxed. Okay. So depending on what is going on. So here, if not desired to defecate at the moment, you squeeze it some more so they can't pass it through. And if you want to defecate, then you just relax it. Stop sending a signal there. So if desired, that's how you control it. Okay, and in order to defecate, both muscles must relax to pass it through the anus and out of the body. Okay, we'll stop there.